Good morning. I am Romanda Noble Watson, the Director of Public Relations and Communications for the South Carolina High School League. It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to the 2022 Football State Finalist Press Conference. Today's press conference is brought to you by the Carolina Panthers. We would like to thank the Carolina Panthers for their support of our state football finals. The Panthers organization has been a sponsor of these preview press conferences for a number of years and has allowed us to shine a spotlight on student athletes and coaches whose accomplishments have enabled their schools to reach finals week. With us this morning, we have coaches and players from Class 1A and 5A. Before we get started with our football finalists, we will have some words from Dr. Jerome Singleton, the Commissioner of the South Carolina High School.
Thank you. Good morning, and congratulations to a fine group of coaches and athletes. Know that the league is very proud of you and your team. I know a lot of hard work was done to accomplish this opportunity. Thanks for being such great ambassadors for your school, for the sport, for your community, and the league. Just a few reminders. These contests will be televised and web streamed and may be viewed all over the world. And in addition, it's being recorded to be viewed later. I know that you will give us your best effort. Let's show the whole world an example of great sportsmanship by all that are participating or in attendance, be it as athletes, as coaches, and spectators. Compete hard, play to win, give a championship effort and a gold medal effort. We're so proud of you. Again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Singleton. And now I will do introductions of the teams. We'll begin with 1A. Participating teams, Johnsonville and Christ Church Episcopal School. And we'll start with Johnsonville. Coach Ken Cribb, please introduce your players.
Here I have a Lontre Presley, who is a senior defensive back wide receiver. And to my left, I have Malik Shippey, who is a junior quarterback.
Thank you, Coach. And Christ Church, Coach Quinn Hatfield.
Good morning. Congratulations to all the coaches and players making the state championship. I've got Carson Shaw here, senior defensive end, also plays offensive tackle for us. I got BJ Atkins, two-way player, wide receiver, cornerback.
Thank you, Coach. And Class 5A, Fort Dorchester versus Dutch Fort. Coach Steve LaPrade.
Okay, my two athletes have Davion Brown, Jr., running back, number 2, and we've got Connor Morgan, number 6, senior linebacker.
And Dutch Fort, Coach Tom Knotts.
To my left is Jarvis Green, number 4, senior running back. To my right is Chandler Perry, number 29, outside linebacker, strong safety, both excellent players.
Thank you, coaches, for those introductions. And we'll stay at 5A to begin the press conference. So we'll go with Dutch Fort. This is for both my players. What will you remember most about this football season?
All right. I remember about the tough schedule. We had a couple of tough teams we had to play at the beginning, and we played a little strong St. Francis team. But the family at Dutch Fort, and we all stood together, worked hard. Adversity we had to go through, going to people's stadium, different environment, but the family at Dutch Fort, we all won, and that's what we do.
Just to piggyback right off of what he said, just the adversity, us becoming, because we had a couple injuries fall out, and we just stuck as a brotherhood and just stuck together and just competed every time, coming in day out with Coach Hodge and just all of his game plan and us just being us and playing on the football field.
Thank you so much for those answers. And we'll move along to your opponents, Fort Dorchester, and we'll start with Coach. Did your extremely tough schedule prepare you for this game?
Yeah, I think it did. I mean, we had some, gonna get some national ranked teams early. Even in our defeats, I think it toughened us up big time for this time and this kind of competition. Dutch Fork's a good team, we know that. So I think all those tough games early helped us a lot, and I think it'll help us Saturday.
And so we'll go to the players next. What does it mean to your school, community, and team to play for a state playoff championship?
It's not every day, your team gets to go play for a state championship. It's a pretty big deal. I know my family and friends, they're really into it. I've had so many people texting me, hey man, we're gonna be there. We're excited. We're ready to go. So they're fired up, and I know we got the community behind us on this one.
Same thing he said. I know we have the community behind us because everybody wants to see us play for another state championship.
All right, and I'm gonna go back to Dutch Fork. Excuse me. What is it about Dutch Fork football program that makes playing for a state championship an annual event? And
Just the guy sitting right beside us right here. He plans it out and just tells us we're going to state every year, and we all behind him and just believe in him and just follow it every day. And so he just preaches state championship, state championship, state championship. So we just got to get there every year.
Yeah, like he said, everything goes through him. He demands excellence. Excellence is everything. If it's not excellent, then it's not right. So
well, that's a good thing, Coach. Sound like they've been listening to you throughout this year.
Well, sometimes it's not much fun that way, but that's the, that seems to be the formula. And we are truly a year-round program, and these guys have bought into the year-round work that it takes to get here. So we're pleased to be here again.
Well, thank you so much. And now we're going to move to Class 1A, where Johnsonville will face Christ Church Episcopal School. So we'll start with Johnsonville. And this is for the players. What has this season meant to you and your school? And so I'll just both you on.
It's meant a lot to us because we ain't been in state in over 10 years. So the community really behind us this year.
Yeah, it's been a goal since the summertime that we're gonna be here in this position. So it's been a lot to all the players and the coaches to make the state this year.
And Coach, what has allowed your team to be so successful this year?
Well, our kids play extremely hard. We do this thing year round also, and they play extremely hard and they give great effort. I had a coach the other day call me. He said, Coach, I've never seen a team play harder. That's probably one of the biggest compliments I've had in doing this for 29 years.
Oh, okay. Well, sit tight because I will be back with a couple more questions. I'm gonna move to Christ Church. And this is for Coach. What does Christ Church need to do to win the state championship game Friday night?
We got to play our game. Do what we do on defense. We're attack mentality. We'll get after you, and offensively, we're going to take what the defense gives us. We got a balanced attack, so we're going to be patient on offense and rely on our playmakers and do what we've been doing all year. And special teams wise, we put a lot of pride in our special teams and winning that third phase of the game. So if we do those things, then we expect a full quarter game and be right in there and try to win this thing.
Thank you, Coach. And for the players, we all know that reaching the state is a special moment. What has been special about this season and what have you enjoyed the most?
I think the thing that I really enjoyed the most about this season has just been growing with my teammates, from the underclassmen to my fellow seniors. We've all really come together as a family and as a unit, and that's just been my favorite part of the season so far.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. My favorite part is winning. As winning with my team, it was fun. Just enjoying the moments we had behind the stage. So, yeah.
So, and I'm gonna ask all the coaches this question. In preparing for your season, I know you set the goals, and the main goal probably is to get to the state title game, not just get there, but to win it as well. When did you realize that this particular team had the potential to make it to the state? And we'll start with Christ Church.
Yeah, this is a special group we got here. We got 13 seniors. They've been leaders for us. You know, we had a really good team last year, 2A classification, and we lost in the third round, lost a fourth quarter lead to Newberry, and we were close last year, and that one stung and served as a lot of motivation in all season. And we watched these guys come together and the hard work they put in and the brotherhood they mentioned, the love, and really had a tough summer. Did a lot of 7-on-7 competitions against a lot of bigger schools to kind of prepare ourselves. Had a tough schedule up front. And as we saw our guys respond, keep working hard, the competitive spirit, knew we had a special group, and we just kept getting better throughout the year. So we set a goal early on, make it to Columbia, play the first weekend in December, and 5th goal on the goal sheet, and here we are. So we felt like we had a shot, and the guys responded, and you know, we've been rolling. Very thankful for it.
Definitely, and good luck to you. And Johnsonville, Coach, same question. When did you realize that this was the team that was going to get you?
Well, crazy enough, it was against East Clarendon this year, and we had a lot of controversy going on. We had a lot of kids out, some sick, and we roll up there, and I think I looked out there one time, and we out 10, 11 starters not playing, and we found a way to win that game. And since then, we've come together, we've been a lot closer, and we found that resolve to kind of dig deep. And we this crowd never quits. You can call them a lot of things, but you never call them quitters. And they've been finding ways to make it happen and to get a win at the end of the day.
Thank you, and good luck to you. Fort Dorchester, Coach, same question.
Well, day one, really. I mean, every year it's just reloading for us. And I knew, you know, we had the talent like we do every year to get here. So, yeah, I knew the guys could do it. They just work hard. We practice every day, 365 days of the year. So it's, you know, I knew they could do it. Just gotta, you know, as a coach, you just hope the chemistry comes together and your talent ends up, you know, doing the job coaching and try to put them in places where they make plays and win. So these guys have done that. They've been very resilient. We've been through some tough times this year, kind of like the coach said. From Johnsonville, we've had some really tough times. And if you got kids that are tough-minded and want to win, you know, and that's what I got. So we always got a chance.
And finally, Dutch Fork, you say it is an expectation, but when did the expectation become the reality that States was around the corner for you?
Well, I really am a week-to-week guy. We've all, like Coach LaPrade said, we've got talent, we've got hard workers, we've got the facilities, and you always hope that it'll end, you know, with this press conference and this game coming up Saturday. You always hope that, but you know, as I said, I'm a week-to-week guy, so I never really know. I'm focused more on the things that we're not doing up to our standards, up to Dutch Fork standards, up to my standards, and we try to correct those. And you know, I think kind of the culmination of that is we're a team that's peaking right now. We think we're playing our best football right now, and you know, as a head coach, that's really all you can hope for.
Well, thank you. So we've talked about how you got here, what you had to go through to get here, and what the expectations were. Now let's talk about the student athlete and who we are. So these questions, I have a 2-part question for each of the student athletes, and this is how we're going to close the question and answer portion. So just something to think about. You probably already have the answer, but we're going to think about it anyway. The first part of the question is, how old were you when you began playing football? And the second part is, if you had to choose another sport, what would that sport be? And so we'll stay with Dutch Fork, and we'll go to our student athletes at Dutch Fork. How old were you, and what would be another sport other than football?
I was 4 years old when I started picking up a football, playing around with my dad in the backyard, and I actually fell in love with it. And just bringing up me picking up that football at 4 years, I actually thank it, because now I'm 18 and just me playing, it's just a great feeling. I love all the memories that I had when I was playing, and now just coming in, just getting one more time to play it and just love the game. It's just a great feeling. But any other sport that I would play besides football is basketball.
Oh.
Okay, so does that mean you play basketball now, or
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Think you
Yes,
can play
ma'am, I-
basketball?
Yes, ma'am, I do play basketball.
He's been a starter since the 8th grade in
Oh,
basketball.
wow. Okay, okay.
Sometimes I had to rip him away from him.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck to you in basketball season as well.
Thank you.
Well, it started age 4 to flag football. Then age 5, I
Right.
started playing Pop Warner and stuff like that, little league, trying to figure out if I like it or not. But if I had to choose another sport, it'd be baseball. I love baseball.
Baseball. Okay.
Yes.
Why baseball?
Cause I started that a little late, and then I started getting the hang of it, and I started liking it. But if I didn't play football, I most definitely play baseball. Center field.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna move on over to Fort Dorchester. How old were you all when you started playing football, and what other sport would you play if you were not playing football?
So
What do you play?
I was 6 years old when I picked up football. Played flag football. I didn't really understand it much, but I enjoyed running around pulling flags, and then it evolved from there. If I were to play another sport, it'd probably be lacrosse.
Lacrosse. That's a unique sport. Why lacrosse?
Well, I really enjoy hitting people in football, and you can do that in lacrosse. So that's probably what I
With
do.
a stick, that's even better.
So,
Okay, well, thank you. Lacrosse, that's interesting. Okay.
I was playing football since I was 7, and I really enjoyed it because most of my friends played it, so I played it with them. And if I didn't play football, the other sport I would play would be baseball.
Baseball, okay. Do you play baseball or?
I used to. I don't play.
Okay, all right. All right, we're gonna go to Christchurch. Your turn. Tell us something about you. How old were you and what would be the other sport?
So I started playing football when I was in the 7th grade. Wasn't really sure about it, but I had a really close friend of mine convinced me to just put my name down for interest in the team, and came out and it was the best decision I ever made. But if I had to pick another sport, I would actually do swimming.
Swimming, okay. You like to swim?
I do. I'm a big fan of swimming.
All right.
If I had to pick another, well, I started playing football. Probably I was like 7, and I stopped playing in middle school, and then I came back again in the 10th grade and played. But if
Oh,
I had to pick another sport, it would probably be basketball.
okay. So when you stopped, did you play another sport or you just stopped playing?
I've always had a love for basketball, so that was my main sport.
All right.
It twists us all a little bit.
Uh-oh. Well, see, coming back, you're playing for a state championship. So good luck to you. And Johnsonville, we'll close it out with you. How old were you when you started playing football and what other sport?
Started playing football when I was 6, and if I had to pick another sport, it'd probably be basketball.
Basketball. And why would you choose basketball?
Just a fun game to play.
Okay.
I started playing around 5, playing flag, throwing football as far as I could probably at that younger age. Another sport I'll probably play basketball.
Basketball. And why would you choose basketball?
It's because I'm tall, really.
Oh,
I love for it just to play it.
okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm sure the fans would enjoy having a little insight of football players who may want to play lacrosse or swim or play basketball and who play baseball. So thanks for sharing that. Well, that ends our question and answer portion of this press conference. Now let's run down how you can see these 4 teams in action. All games we played at Benedict College's Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. Excuse me. Class A, Christchurch and Johnsonville will play on December 2nd at 7 p.m. That's Friday. And Class 5A, Dutch Fork versus Fort Dorchester will begin action on Saturday, December 3rd at 12 noon. I thank all of you all for your participation in today's press conference and wish you well in the finals. The presenting sponsor of the 2022 South Carolina High School League Football State Finals is Lexington Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We cannot thank them enough for their financial support of the South Carolina High School League and high school athletics in general. And please be reminded that all tickets for the finals are digital and can be purchased via the links provided by the participating schools or at GoFan, www.gofan.co. Once again, thank you for attending and viewing today's press conference, and this concludes our press conference. Good luck to all of our teams.